Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, New York DA refuses to resign after Bodycam catches her abusing power. Let's get right into it.
In Rochester, New York, Sandra Doorley, now facing growing calls to resign, and is now under investigation after she threw a temper tantrum when police tried to stop her for speeding.
Sorry, I'm the DA. I was going 55 coming home from work.
55 and a 35.
I don't really care.
Okay.
So you can call this.
Can you please come over here? This is on a traffic stop, ma'am.
Yes, it is. You can call Dennis Kohlmeyer right now.
Okay, I'm telling you why I stopped you. You didn't stop at all. Did you not hear my lights or sirens or anything?
No, I didn't actually. I was on the phone.
Okay, well, you're not supposed to be on the phone while you're driving either.
Yes, I am with the hands-free. Absolutely.
Okay. Why are you so upset at me? I'm doing my job. You just admitted to me that you were going 55 and a 35 on Phillips Road.
Can you please tell him to leave me alone?
Officer Christopher, can you stay over here, ma'am? This is a legal traffic stop. Do you have your ID?
No, it's in my purse. Here.
You have your purse right there.
No, this is my lunch. Would you talk to Dennis? This is ridiculous. Just go away.
Hello, sir. Good, ma'am. Can you please stay at the back? This is legal traffic stop. Can you please stay over here?
No. Hey, baby, get your little guy out of here.
Sir, I stopped her for going 55 and a 35 on Phillips Road.
On Phillips Road.
And she failed to stop. She drove all the way back home and parked in her garage. And now she's not complying with any of my commands. Ma'am, do not go inside.
Oh my God.
Ma'am, come outside. You can't just go inside. This is a traffic stop. Here's your phone back.
I understand the law better than you. Would you just
953. Can you have a supervisor come to the scene?
No. Get out of my fucking house. Here.
I don't know why you're acting like this towards me.
Because
Can you please go to the back of the vehicle?
I'm not going to. I'm home. Okay, 55.
I don't care if you got home. You were supposed to stop at Phillips Road when I pulled you over. When my lights were initiated.
I didn't know you were stopping me. There was lots of other people on the road.
I was right behind you.
Yeah? There were other people on the road too.
Okay, I was directly behind you.
I'm not dealing with you right now.
Can you please step over here?
I'm not going to.
What is the reason you're so against what I'm doing? I'm doing my job. You say you're a DA?
I am the DA.
Okay.
Okay, let me get you my badge. I am the DA of Monroe County.
Just don't understand the hostility towards me. I'm doing my job.
No, you're being an asshole.
How am I being an asshole?
I am the DA of Monroe County.
I understand that, but that doesn't give you a right to go 55 and a 35. And you even admitted to me that you went 50. I understand that, ma'am. I understand that.
You know what? If you give me a traffic ticket, that's fine. I'm the one who prosecutes it, okay? Just go ahead and do it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just don't understand the hostility. I understand you're coming home from work.
And half the time I was on the phone with Dennis telling him, why are you pulling me over?
You're not even supposed to be on the phone to begin with. You should know that.
I'm hands-free? Absolutely.
Okay.
You should know the law.
Okay. If it is hands-free, that's great. But at the end of the day, you're going 55 and a 35. That's 20 miles over the speed limit.
Okay. You know what? That's fine. You know what I've been dealing with all day? 3 murders in the city. And do you think I really care if I was going 20 miles over the speed limit?
Okay, I'm just doing my job. If you pulled over when you saw my lights, which obviously you did.
I thought you were going somewhere else because I thought no one would ever pull a black SUV if you ran my plates.
I didn't run your plate. I just called your plate out. And then I'm following you because you're not stopping. So I had to take the air from dispatch.
Just please.
953. You can have the air back, by the way. Just come outside over here.
No, I'm not going outside.
Okay.
I'm waiting for you just to leave.
Well, I'm having a supervisor come because that's what my chief told me to do. Do you have your driver's license?
I just showed you my driver's license.
You show me your badge.
With EMS, a 14-year-old having a seizure, 200 East River Road.
And I was
She's a DA.
Yep, I know. And I was just trying to pull into my driveway. I was on the phone with Dennis Kohlmeyer saying, would you please tell the person who's following me that I'm almost home?
Ma'am, I understand you were going home, but I started my lights back at Phillips Road.
On Phillips Road, yes, you did, and there are other cars.
I was right behind you, directly behind you. At the end,
go ahead,
listen, at the end of the day...
Go ahead, if you want to write me a traffic ticket, that's fine.
Okay, at the end of the day, I was stopping you for speed. If you just stopped...
I've had a really bad day. I've been dealing with
And I get it. We have bad days also, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
We have bad days also.
My license back?
I want to stop it right here. It's so funny to me that she thinks that because of her bad day, because of her badge, because she's a white woman, because she's the DA, she's allowed to be unruly, uncooperative, disrespectful with the police. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? It sounds like there are two rules. Rules for thee and rules for me. And my rules, yeah, no one can get away with this kind of stuff, right? There's no way she would suggest that any other citizen or civilian could get away with this. Not at all. And this is why it pisses me off. I'm from New Jersey, and I've realized that I don't have the privileges that she has. I don't have the white privilege. I don't have the female privilege. And I definitely don't have the legal authority privilege of being an officer or a DA. So I guess she expects me to cooperate with the police, but she doesn't have to. And this really bothers me because this continues to push what I consider the systemic oppression of people in America. And that is that our elected officials get to do whatever they want. They get to do 55 and the 35. And then when the cops pull them over or cops put on their lights, they could drive themselves home, park in their parking lot, yell, curse at the police, call them assholes. She's doing all this for what? Why don't you accept responsibility? You're speeding and stop making excuses. And this is why I don't believe there's any political saviors. The only savior is Jesus Christ. Because even Jesus Christ tells you to be orderly, respect authority. Even he says that. But they don't have no respect for authority, and we're supposed to be able to trust in them that she's going to do our job when we don't see a body cam behind closed doors. You think a woman like this is going to be cooperative and putting the people first and holding herself to the same standard that she holds the citizens of her state? I'm dealing with 3 murders. Murders of who? Not your relatives. 3 murders. You're doing what work, the stuff at work. Oh, the emotional effect of stuff at work. They're real families that suffer from this. So let me guess this. Let me get this right. According to your analogy, Miss Sandra, I believe her name is Sandra Dorley. Miss Sandra Dorley, according to your analogy, no matter what if we're going through something, we get pulled over by the cops, that gives us the right to just do whatever we want. That gives us the warrant to be uncooperative. And then the nerve of this lady, when she gets caught with the body cam, this is last year, when she got caught with the body cam, she refused to resign. Because she just thought, I'm just having a bad day. Y'all get over it, y'all. I'm just having a bad day. Guys, this is exactly why I'm thankful that we have body cams. I'm thankful that people are starting to, their bad behavior is no longer being told behind closed doors and negotiated. It's being able for everyone to see. And now with the Freedom of Information Act, I don't know if people know this, but if you get pulled over by the cops, yeah, you could, I don't want to say subpoena, I don't know the right word for it, but you actually could get the public record of their body cam footage. Yeah, every time. So, man, we're going to watch the rest of this video. She also offers an apology. We'll watch her apology video. But to me, all this is just completely embarrassing, and she should be ashamed of herself.
Just add it to the job real quick. At the end of the day, I was just making a traffic stop, doing my job, what I was supposed to do.
Well, fine. Thank you.
Okay? So now, supervisor's on his way, and then we'll go from there.
Supervisor's coming up here?
Huh?
Who?
Sergeant Johnson. I understand you had it. I get it. We all have bad days at work.
And I'm going to go in the house. Seriously, this is ridiculous.
No, this is a traffic stop. And you, out of everyone, should know that if there's a legal traffic stop, which I have the right to detain you until this is done.
Then just write me the fucking ticket. I really don't care.
Okay. Well, then just hang out at the back of the car.
Because I'm the one that's going to prosecute myself. You know what I'll do with the ticket?
Okay, just come out here for me and just stand.
I'm not walking out there. He turned around. I didn't know if it was me. I wasn't sure because there were other cars going back and forth. That I got to turning into the field press, and I'm like, I'm just going to drive home. That's what I did. So I was getting that story. And I got on the phone with Dennis. I don't know. Even before when I turned in and said, it's me that they're stopping. Just tell them it's me.
I would advise against that. I mean, you're supposed to pull off to the side of the road if somebody with their emergency lights is coming behind you anyways.
Yeah, I just
Corey, it's fine. We're having supervisors come, and then we'll go from there.
Oh, come on.
This is what my chief wants. That's at the end of the day. You called him. I spoke to him on your phone, and this is what he wants.
I'm gonna call him again. Seriously.
I get that she came home. I mean, obviously, if I just trying to
sense. I explained that to her. It makes no sense to come home.
She came home. She failed to stop. I mean, it's a arrestable offense. I'm not trying to arrest the DA of the county, but also I don't want to not do my job and not at least write her something. So
no, I get it, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna.
I'll at least write her the freaking going 55 and a 20. At the end of the day, I got discretion whether or not.
No, I get it. I understand.
So, all right, ma'am. So I'm issuing you speed in zone 55 and a 35.
That's fine. I'll take care of it since I'll be prosecuting myself.
Okay. At the end of the day, if you see my lights and sirens behind you, and obviously they're going off, just pull over. We can have a conversation and be on our way. I kept my eye on your vehicle. I'm not going to check my computer to see what plate it is if a vehicle is not stopping for me. I want to keep my eyes on that vehicle for my safety.
And what makes you think you get a special privilege for it? He said it himself. It's an arrestable offense. And he should arrest her. Because if she was black, if she wasn't DA, she would be in handcuffs. If she was a man, if this was a man, they'd be in handcuffs. If that was me, if I did this, not only would I be in handcuffs, they might be a foot in the back of my neck. For real, for real. Especially if I went into my driveway, pulled out, called you an asshole, said I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that. The minute I just started telling them I'm refusing, they would have tackled me. And guys, you gotta understand, and I talk about these issues on my channel because modern women are unruly, uncontrollable, and this is why I'm gonna just say it like this, and y'all might get offended by it. We gotta be very careful putting these women in charge. We have to be. Because look at what she's saying. Oh, well, the ticket's gonna come to me. You know what I'm gonna do with it, right? And I'm going to say this very seriously. Who doesn't know women like this? White, black, Spanish, Chinese, whatever. Who doesn't know women like this? I'm not saying that women are only capable of this. Men are capable of this too. But women I've seen like this so much. I just made a video about the girl, a single mom who attacked her ex-boyfriend for leaving, like, you know, in front of the police. She thought it was okay to put hands on somebody, you know, because he was cheating and he wants to leave her. Like the thought process, again, these double standards. Women think they're so oppressed. No, you guys are the oppressors. Women are the oppressors. That's what we're living. We're living in a world nowadays where women are oppressing everybody. And we put them in power and we expect them to do the right thing, to do the rational thing. There is no way you could be rational. Now, I already know she's going to cop a plea. Oh, it was a bad day. No, this wasn't a bad day. It wasn't this. You didn't do one mistake. You did so many multiple things wrong. And you keep doing it wrong. You keep throwing salt in the wound. You actually want to fight. You want a problem. Look at your hands. If I was a cop, I would have arrested her for sure. I would have took her down. I would have threw her to the ground. Cops, you guys gotta stop giving people like this a pass. I don't care if your job's on the line, throw them to the ground. How can you look at yourself in the mirror knowing that if you're in a black and brown community, throw them to the ground, throw them to the ground. This is why people like Charlie Kirk talking about, oh, black people commit the most crimes. But, bro, you're not talking about the elected officials committing crimes and getting away with it. She's not gonna get convicted for none of this. This is why we look like we commit the most crimes, because we're convicted the most. Black people don't commit the most crimes. In fact, because white people, you know, no offense, I love people. I love people of all races. But I'm just trying to say, let's be honest here. This is white privilege. Okay? This is an appeal to authority of what she's doing here. We do not need people like this running our country. We don't. But according to Charlie Kirk, oh, you know, the white people, man, we did everything right. The black people, they're the real criminals, man. We need to lock them up. We need to lock them up. Does it sound similar to what she's saying? There's no way she would suggest or recommend to anybody that they behave like this. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Anyway, let's listen to her apology. She makes an apology, a shitty one at that. Just a shitty apology, and give excuses for it. We're going to listen to it and we're going to react to it. And guys, get ready for this nonsense.
Last Monday, I failed you and the standards that I hold myself to. And for that, I am so sorry. What I did was wrong, no excuses. I take full responsibility for my actions. I fell short of the values I've held for my entire 33-year career. I didn't treat this officer with the respect that he deserved. All police officers deserve respect. I am truly and sincerely sorry. I had just come from work. I was dealing with 3 homicides that occurred over the weekend. I watched a video where an innocent cab driver was executed, and I was still reeling from a frightening medical concern that my husband received that afternoon. But we all had bad days and stress, and it was wrong for me to take it out on an officer who was simply doing his job. While I previously apologized to him, I will say it again. I'm sorry. Police already have a tough job, and that day I made this officer's job harder. To the community, I owe you full transparency. Here's what I'm doing to hold myself accountable. First, I already pled guilty to the speeding ticket, and I will willingly pay the fine. Next, I'm referring the entire matter to a district attorney from another county for review and will fully cooperate with that investigation. I'm going to self-report this incident to the grievance committee, and I will cooperate with their investigation. Finally, if one of my assistant district attorneys had acted this way, I would have disciplined them. So I'm disciplining myself. I will take ethics training to remind myself that professionalism matters. I've been humbled by my own stupidity, and I am fully to blame. I will make this right. I ask for your forgiveness.
We don't want to forgive you.
Last month,
We don't want to forgive you. I don't want to forgive you. 33 years of service, and this is what you tell me out of 33 years, you ain't never do anything like this before? And after 33 years, this is the best you could do after 33 years? Our elected officials are trash. They're garbage. They're garbage. They're not superior humans to you. And this is why people don't understand this whole obey the law and all that. Nobody obeys the law if they can get away with it. A lot of these people are just as criminal as the crooks they're trying to arrest. Oh, I'm dealing with 3 murders. My husband, blah, blah. And you see how her head tilted to the side when she's talking? She's crooked. She's crooked. She can't, when she's talking about disciplining herself, she's crooked. She can't even keep her head straight. She's doing this all the time. All these people are crooked. They need to put her into, she needed to be arrested. She needed to be arrested. Anybody else who did this would have got arrested. And now she wants us, can you forgive me? Forgive what? You did all this. You intended to do, does this look like somebody who's not going to do this again? When you make there's 2 types of mistakes. Mistakes of the mind, mistakes of the heart. Okay? Mistakes of the mind, you slip up and say some bullshit. Mistakes of the heart is malintent. She had malintent. This is malice. This is not a woman who, I'm sorry, I misspoke. This is not a misspoke. This entire behavior is consistent with someone who thinks they're above the law. She thinks she's above the law. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. But you know what? She's not the only one. She's not the only one. And cases like this just show you all the stuff that people say, black people this, black people that. I'm not saying that black people don't commit crimes, but don't hit me with that when we know white people commit crimes and they just don't get convicted of it. So is she going to get convicted of a crime? Absolutely not. I pleaded guilty to a speeding ticket. Did you plead guilty to resisting arrest? Did you plead guilty to any? He could have thrown a laundry list of stuff at you, but he just what's going on? Like, even a cop is being uber. Look at how bad this is, right? She's acting pompous, arrogant, unruly, and the cop has to give her so much grace. How much grace do cops give people like this that are black and brown, that are not DAs, that can't call their boss? America, unfortunately, is a country where, and it's a beautiful country, I love this country, but America is a country when it comes to justice, money talks. And we're in a country where it was illegal. In my state, I have a license, I'm going to have the permit to carry a firearm in my state. But do you know, and we're forced to pass, New Jersey was forced to become a shall issue state with the Bruin case. So they were forced to allow citizens who did not have a criminal background and who didn't have domestic violence, who weren't suicidal, they were forced to allow them to essentially get a permit to carry a firearm. But prior to that, do you want to know our oldest gun laws were laws that prevented, I'm talking about gun prohibit. Our oldest gun prohibition laws in New Jersey were prevented black and brown people from owning firearms. Yeah. The oldest laws in New Jersey, like usually when a Supreme Court passes a statute and, you know, the whole land has to agree to it because it's a Supreme Court, it's a supreme ruling, right? What a state could do is look back in their books and see what precedent do we have when it comes to prohibition of guns. And then from there, they could, you know, file an appeal or whatever with the Supreme Court if they don't want to allow their citizens to carry firearms. Which, by the way, New York and New Jersey do not want you to get guns. They don't. They want to keep the guns. Again, rules for them, no rules for you, right? Rules for thee and not rules for me, right? But their oldest law, their precedents are racist. Again, another Charlie Kirk doesn't believe there's any racism. There's no racism in America. The oldest gun laws in New Jersey prevented black and brown people from having guns. Let me say this too. Martin Luther King, his house was firebombed in Alabama back in 1956, I believe. He went to the police station to get a permit to carry a firearm. He was denied. He was denied. Why do you think that was? So, I'm not saying all white people, not all. I mean, people get, but let's point out the white people that don't do this. But you guys don't point out the black people that are not criminals. And when you talk about black people, you talk about like they're all criminals. They're all criminals. They're all stupid. They're all convicts. You know what I'm saying? You got to be scared of all of them. You got to arrest all of them. They're, you know, I don't talk about the black people like me, who even though it's in New Jersey right now, it's 52 times harder for a black man to get a firearm permit than a white man. 52 times harder. Right now. That's a stat. I'm 52 times less likely to get a firearm permit than my white counterpart just because I'm black. And you trying to tell me there's no systematic racism. Let me tell you, man, all racism is systematic. When people talk about the word systematic racism, they must not understand what the word systematic means. I'll tell you. Systematic means it's planned. Planned. If you don't think racism is planned, then yeah, it's not systematic. All racism is systematic. It's part of the plan, part of the structure. Right? To say I have a bias for one race over another. That's a system. Might be a mental system, but when you apply it to law, it's a legal system. And we have proof that this has existed in this country. So that's why I'm taking it so personally, because I've been through this stuff. I've been through the court system. I've seen how the court system treated me differently than white counterparts. I've seen it with my own eyes. That's why this pisses me off. That's why this pisses me off. And I could go deeper into it, but I don't want to go deeper into it. People like her are the devil. They're evil. Satan is her daddy. And she thinks with power that she's giving, she could just abuse it without any consequence, with impunity. Okay? That to me is similar to a dictator or people like Hitler and Stalin, this is the type of energy that they had. And now we have it in our New York district attorney office. Unbelievable. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.